My grandfather and his oldest son, Eb, were camped after a cattle drive. They were going home with a sack full of gold that they had received after selling a herd of cattle. They got the gold from a couple of guys, a couple of merchants, cattle buyers in Abilene, Texas, and they were headed north to their home, and they spent the night on the edge of a river, Clear Fork of the Brazos River. The Clear Fork of the Brazos River is just lined with pecan trees, and a lot of wild hogs there eat those pecans, and they get fat on those pecans. Well, my grandfather and his son Eb camped there for the night, and they made out their beds. They had a campfire, and my grandfather, his name was Ben Hewitt. Well, Ben said to Eb, "Let's go over here. Let's make our beds, get stuff off of the packed animal, make it look like there's a person in that bed, in each bed." And so then they went to and hid out in the bushes where they had a good view of the campground, and they just waited, watched, and napped. And about midnight, they saw this woman, what looked like a woman in a long skirt with a big bonnet on her head, come out of the bushes. And then another woman came out of the bushes. She also had on a long skirt and a bonnet. And they went over to those bedrolls where they looked like there were people sleeping, and they stabbed both bedrolls. Well, Eb told me, he said, "Dad shot them both and killed them." So then they went over, and they pulled those bonnets back, and they saw the two brothers from whom they had bought or had sold their cattle. The two brothers wanted to steal their gold back by murdering their customers. They had shaved their beards, and they tried to look like women. And but my grandfather had spotted their boots. They found bonnets and dresses to fit them, but they couldn't find any boots to fit them, and they had men's boots on. They had come by earlier asking to camp with them, and my grandfather said no. And he was suspicious then because of those boots, and so they wound up dead on the beds. This is just one of the many stories that I have told my family over the years, and they've often said, "Why don't you write that stuff down?" Well, I did. I wrote it down, and I have a book that's just published in 2018. It's Adobe Walls to Tularosa. It's a true story of the life of Ben Hewitt, my grandfather. You can get this from Amazon or Barnes & Noble or any bookstore that sells books online. It costs less than $10. And then there's the ebook edition that costs less than $3. So if you like history, if you like the Old West, this is full of it, and it's true. So I hope you get it. I know you'll enjoy it, and thank you.